Hello everyone and welcome to another Sims 4 speed build. Today we are going to be building an Italian pizzeria, but that's not all. If you've been watching me for a while, you know I love building multi-purpose lots, and that's what we're doing with this one today. I know multi-purpose lots don't really have much of a purpose in The Sims 4, but I like them for the fact that it gives you as the player a lot of options of how you want to use this lot in your game. So alongside the pizzeria, we also will have 2 fully furnished apartments. We also have a wine shop next door, and I used the latest stuff pack, the Home Chef Hustle, and I gave your Sims a little outbuilding, where they can sell food and pizza and whatever their heart desires. And you'll see in a little bit, we have like a nice little outside area where people can come and grab like a slice of pizza and then sit outside. It's really cool. So this lot, you're able to use it as a residential lot. You can use it as a restaurant, and you can also use it as a retail lot. So with the residential lot, like I said, we have 2 fully furnished apartments. On the left-hand side, we have a little bit larger, a little bit nicer apartment that has 3 bedrooms and 2 full bathrooms. And I'll say 3 bedrooms because one of them is actually kind of an office and I did this on purpose. I made that the office, but I also put in a double bed into there because I kind of wanted it to feel like this is a guest space. So if you have any guests over, that they would stay there. But otherwise, if you want to use it as a bedroom, you can totally do that. There's just not a lot of privacy there. But you can get 6 Sims into that side in that apartment. Or if you go onto the right-hand side, you're going to have a smaller, rustic, 1-bedroom apartment, and that will fit up to 2 Sims. Right now, we're working on that little outbuilding that I discussed earlier. So if you want to use this as a residential lot and have your Sim make all their food from home, or I mean, they could even use the restaurant's kitchen or this little outhouse. Like, I'm giving you a lot of ideas. This part of the lot does have a fence and a gate, so you can lock that off so you don't have like random Sims that are going into your nice private like outdoor patio area. Just a reminder to lock your doors so you don't have Sims crashing in at your apartment. So also we have the restaurant then. So that's the pizzeria. If you want to run this as a restaurant, that's really fun. I tested that out and it's really cool. Although the Sims don't really want to sit inside, they want to sit outside. You can always delete tables if you want, if you don't want them all sitting outside. Also, feel free to delete stuff out of the apartments if you choose to run this as a restaurant. I know that's going to really add to the price of this place if you just want to own the restaurant. Otherwise, if you throw it into the world, your Sims can just come here. You don't necessarily have to own it, and then it doesn't really matter. Although, I don't know how to keep the Sims from going into the apartments if it's like a non-owned restaurant. I didn't have a way of locking doors, so that's kind of an issue. Most Sims were mostly interested in eating, and there wasn't a lot of Sims inside, but some of them were inside, and some of the employees were going inside and using the trash can in there, which I don't know why, because we have trash cans that are in the restaurant, and we have the busboy station, which is super nice. Even if you use this as a residential lot, the Sims will actually like take all the dirty dishes from customers. If you're using that Home Chef Hustle table, they'll take those dishes and put them there, which is great because that saves a ton of time, which is really nice. And I will mention that Home Chef Hustle like seller's table, I kind of squished it into the wall to make it look like it's built in, and I have fully play tested this lot and it works, which I was super excited about because I'm like, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna have to get rid of that wall, and I really didn't want to, so I'm really happy that it functions like that. So then our last different type of lot we have is the retail with the wine, or also known as the nectar shop. So I don't have a way of actually making wine on the lot, and that's something you can put that item in if you want to do that, and then you can make your own wine, put it up on the tables, list it for sale. Unfortunately, the wine racks that came with the Horse Ranch expansion, there's no way of listing the wine in there for sale, which is Yeah, that's a little disappointing. So it's kind of more for looks, and I don't think I'd put any wine in there if you want to have that be a retail store, because I don't know if Sims can go in there and steal your wine from you without paying for it. I don't know. But yeah, so that's another option. And then with the multi-lot, that comes in very handy with having a retail shop. Technically, your Sims never have to leave work. All you have to do is close down your shop, and then yep, you can go and live life. You can use the apartment like you live there, which is kind of the nice thing about retail lots in this game. Peekaboo. Somebody's talkative in this video. Are you a happy birdie? Do you like pizza? Pizza? He doesn't really like people food. There's very few people food items that you like, don't you? You don't like a lot of people food. You like spaghetti. Yeah, he likes spaghetti a lot. And apples. And then you don't really eat them. You don't eat a lot of people food, which is maybe good. I try to give you healthy stuff. At least you like apples. Apples are good. You're a good birdie. I think Flynn missed doing voiceovers. You may have noticed we've been kind of MIA for a while. If you caught our last community post, I did update you guys that we were going to be taking a little bit of a break, so it extended a little longer than I expected. Yeah, so somebody was very anxious to get back on camera. You love doing voiceovers, don't you? And of course, the time that I choose to take off, we get I'll say 2 releases, but technically 3 releases. So we got a stuff pack for the first time in forever, and then we got 2 stuff packs, which one of them is a build and buy, and one is CAS, which I honestly, I have not bought a CAS kit yet, and I never will. But yeah, so then I miss all this stuff when I go away. So this is my first time using the new stuff pack. Yeah, and I don't know, right away I just thought that I really wanted to build a pizzeria. I wish they would have given us like wood fire, like stone ovens for this. That would have been so perfect for the restaurant portion. Yes. Are you gonna be noisy? He wants to do all the talking. Peekaboo. He loves his peekaboo. You love your peekaboo. So after building with and playing with the new Home Chef Hustle stuff pack, I realized that I have mixed feelings on this stuff pack. Okay, there's goods and bads with this. So the goods, I love the kitchen set. I think this is probably my new favorite kitchen set. The counters and the cabinets and the appliances, the sink, I love it. And then we got some kind of like really cool little things like the pizza maker. We have the mixer and the waffle maker. So I think that's kind of cool. But what I didn't really like about this stuff pack is I don't feel like it really added much to the game. So I actually did get to play with some of the gameplay with doing play testing and doing some of the cinematography for this video. And I'm like, why did they pick this as a pack? Okay, and this is just my personal opinion, so if you guys really like this, just disregard what I'm saying. But maybe some of you feel this way. I just feel like we have pretty much all this stuff in the game already, so this didn't really seem like a lot of new stuff. The mixer, I like that you can kind of prep stuff for making food, and I like that we can finally make pizza now, but I'm also questioning why it took this long to get pizza in the game. I just think that's so weird. And then the stand where you can sell stuff, it's like we already had the stands where you could sell stuff, so this is just like, I don't know. This didn't excite me. Like I said, if you're really enjoying this stuff pack, then just totally disregard what I'm saying. But like, for gameplay reasons, it's like, this really just didn't do much for me. I do really like the kitchen though. If you are desperate for a new kitchen that looks really nice, like I'm very impressed with how the kitchen set looks, then for me, it's worth getting just for the kitchen. But I am also a builder, so I don't know. So those of you that enjoy the gameplay, that you've got this expansion, that you've got this stuff pack, are you enjoying it? Does it add a lot to your game? I'm really curious to hear your thoughts. And for those of you that do a lot of gameplay, let me know. But then I also had a realization, which may be slightly an unpopular opinion. I realized that I really like kits, and I cannot believe I'm saying this because I was so against kits in the first place, but I got the, I don't even know what it's called now, the plant one, whatever the plant one is called. Yeah, we've had too many that I can't remember their names. The plant kit I use all the time. It is crazy. And so I did buy that right away because I'm like, yes, I am going to use this a lot. But then the other kits, I'm like, I don't know about this. But as time has gone by, what I have realized as a builder is that I really like kits because they focus around a very specific theme, and I love that. For decorating, for building, I absolutely love adding new styles into the game. So I cannot believe that I'm saying this. Although I do have to say my least favorite kits are the clutter ones. I'm not huge on those. I'd rather get a whole different like style of design and then have clutter come with that. So while I was also away on break, I missed the latest Modern Luxe kit, which I have not been able to play with yet, but I'm actually really excited about this one. I looked at the items and I'm like, yes, this is totally up my alley. I love building fancy stuff in The Sims. It's great. And I'm really looking forward to that one. And something tells me I'm going to use that one a lot. But yeah, those are just my opinions, my personal opinions. Getting back to the build though, we are on that first apartment, like I said earlier. So we got that larger apartment on the left side, and that's what we're working on now. And then we'll be going to the right-hand side to work on that little apartment. Technically, I don't know if you could really join these if you wanted to make it like just one big living space. I think you could. You would have to like knock out that bathroom at the end of the hall that's on the second floor, and that would go through to the other side because there are plenty of bathrooms here. So you could do that if you need it to be a little bit bigger. And I guess I'm also slightly hoping for the ability to make our own apartments yet in The Sims 4. I don't know. With getting in like almost 10 years into this series, something tells me it's not going to happen. But, you know, I keep my hopes up, hoping that we can do that at some point in this series. Otherwise, that is definitely on my wish list for the next Sims series. And that's probably my also other unpopular opinion is I'm kind of ready. Yeah, I'm kind of ready for the next generation of The Sims. I know. I know a lot of people are like, no, I put too much money into this game and I'm not ready to go on to the next one, which that I totally understand. Because I remember going from The Sims 3 to The Sims 4, and that was so hard because you get all the expansions and you're finally to a point where you're like, yes, I love this. And I don't want to go to the next game, but you do because you're hoping it's going to be an improvement from the last. Yeah, so there's just so many things that more with gameplay for me that I just miss from previous Sims games. This one has been, The Sims 4 has been kind of the most boring for me when it comes to gameplay. I do have to say though, I love build mode. I have never enjoyed building so much in The Sims ever before. I love the build mode in this, and CAS is awesome. Although I'm not usually in CAS, I really enjoy it. Really enjoy it. So this one's been like the best for me when it comes to building. I know previous in The Sims 3, we had a color wheel, which for me personally, like, I don't really need. I just wish we had more options to pick, like, for example, with beds that we could pick, and I've said this before, like pick our wood color and then pick our comforter or blankets to go on top. That would make me so much happier, and I wouldn't need a color wheel because I am so indecisive when it comes to designing and building, and colors. Having an unlimited supply of colors is gonna make me take so much longer in the game, seriously. So eliminating like the sheer amount of options helps me a little bit. But this is just, yes, once again, my personal opinions on things. But yeah, so I'm hoping we get a really good cross of like all the games so far for the next Sims game. I hope we get... Are you grumpy? I really hope we get the amazing cast and build and buy combined with all the other like really good gameplay we've had in the past. And I really miss open worlds. I really miss open worlds. No one likes loading screens. I hated that in The Sims 2. Sims 2 is great, but the loading screens is like, oh my gosh, taking forever. But yeah, in the meantime, I will still really enjoy playing The Sims 4. This is such a cozy game for building, and I've always enjoyed watching others build, and it's just, I love that about The Sims 4. But we are getting really close to the end. Don't forget to stick around to the very end for our video tour. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, everyone. We really appreciate it. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to hit that button, and don't forget to give us a like, and we'll see you really soon in our next video, everyone.